Hi, my name's Liz Kay, and I'm the production designer of NipTuck. This is our McNamara Troy offices. We moved the doctors from Miami to Los Angeles, so we wanted to give them a Beverly Hills office and kind of boutique-y meets very cool hotel. So this is our lobby. I wanted to force your eyes to go upward with this space, so I did it narrow and high, so that it gives an illusion of being very, very grand. We come this way. This is Dr. Sean McNamara's office. This room in particular was difficult because Ryan wanted the same fish tank feel from Miami, yet a totally different look. So I made the mistake of showing him this fabulous picture of a fish tank in a book that I couldn't find the designer of, and then once I found the designer, he was deceased. And I was stuck redesigning his design. And his design was amazing. It floated in the middle of the room, and it was incredible. But it did have some limitations for filming. One thing is we like to be able to move furniture, and we can't move this because it's too heavy and too tenuous, the way it's floating. The cantilevers, which makes it very, very hard to stand on its own. So we had to anchor it to the floor, and we also had to shore up the stage floor to support the weight. So the whole shooting crew agreed that it would be okay if it was in this position and they could shoot around it. But I had to give them this wall right here behind him that flies up in the air so that you can get further back with your camera. So that was a major difficulty in this space. However, I think the end results are pretty spectacular. And I thank the guy that originally came up with the design. Let's see. Oh, I wish you could see this hallway glowing. These all light up, these panels, and this panel lights up. And this was just to kind of give you a long, dramatic, sweeping hallway to get you to the operating rooms. The operating rooms, as you can see, are quite large. In fact, you can play basketball in here if you want to, which they did once. What can I tell you about this? Well, the limitations in this room were, I wanted glass so you could see it from room to room, so you just have a super big space. But glass presents a problem where you need to gimbal it, and it's a system that twists the windows, and I see that they've removed this glass so that I can't really show you. Let's find some glass that's in place. Yeah, they seem to take everything apart. Oh no, this one's here. Okay, so come here and you can see how this twists. And what happens, actually, if you look, can the camera catch that? You get a glare and you don't get a glare?
Yeah.
Is that working?
Mm-hmm.
So this is a trick of the trade, and it's very useful. Anytime you have glass, it needs to gimbal so that the camera can shoot it and not see the cameraman. Yeah.
Inside secrets of the set.
Inside secret, very expensive trick, but it does work. And then, of course, since this room is so big, I had to make the ceilings really high, otherwise you'd shoot off the set.
And we don't want to do that.
On average, I build a set wall probably 10 foot high, but in here everything's 14. Not because I wanted to throw your eyes up, but because it's such a big room that you have to go higher. So that just gets more complicated in your build. However, it's such a big room, you don't have to take any of the walls down, so it's okay.
True.
Then we come here to our break room, which the doctors hang out at. I made this door so it could slide beautifully. I don't think they really ever close it though. This wall also flies up in the air, and it's on a chain pulley system. It's a chain motor, and it just takes the whole wall up. So once again, you have plenty of room to shoot in here. This milk plexi panel behind the sink pops out and becomes a camera portal. So if the doctor's here talking, the camera can be this way looking at him. Then you get the whole room.
Lots of options here.
Lots of shooting options.
Every room has to have multiple options and multiple angles.
My God. And then, you know, you'll still have your limitations. This is the recovery suite. Oh, look, it's actually dressed today. It's a miracle. This is where our guests come to recover after their surgery. And it's a very fancy place. So, of course, we use very nice linens and drapery. And then, once again, everything's kind of a convertible, where these wardrobe panels are on wheels. So if you need more room to shoot, you just, well, if I was stronger, you could shove them out of the way. Just try that take two. When you want to shoot, you can just wheel them out of the way. So
there it goes.
Poor guys, it's harder than it looks.
It's on wheels. We'll take your word for it, Liz.
It is on wheels. And then these wooden panels behind the bed pull out as well so that you can get shots of the doctor taking care of the patient from that point of view. And then once again, this is the opposite side of the room, so this wall goes up and you can shoot this way.
Like we said, lots of options, lots of angles. Got to get it from everywhere, right?
Gotta give them everything. And then they still want more. Bigger. I don't think we saw Christian's office. So we can go back this way, which is kind of fun because you can really see what a mess it is. Oh yeah, this is good. This is just your general body parts laying around, bandages, you know. This is really Linda Klein's world. She would be mad at me. All types of medical supplies. Oh, and then the lamps, doc. You know, they just shove everything here.
How does it differ from building, say, a house or something like that?
Well, building a house is very different. We build everything as a facade, really, and so that it can be pulled apart and used. When you're building a house, you have to do everything from the ground up with structure, and you have to have all the wires run on the inside and the plumbing run on the inside, whereas you can see all of our wires run on the outside of it and cable in. We have plumbing. We did do a plumbing trick here where we had to trench the floor to get the sink in the scrub room to work. A lot of times we do a hose and that's a good cheat, but this one we actually did trench the floor and then I covered over it. But for the most part we do everything from the outside in. Occasionally we have to do something real, but not that often. And then, you know, we put plants behind windows to get pretty shadows. And then you come into Christian Troy's office. It's dark in here. This glows, it lights up and glows. This is where you can come get a drink. We had to build this specially for his room. It doesn't really get out of the room. Oh, that's the other thing, is once we build something for a space, it can never fit out of the room or into someone's house because we build it so large and as one unit because we have giant elephant doors that we can roll up and put anything in. So, you know, the pieces sometimes go to waste. Unless you have a really big house that has a giant door. This is also an element that glows behind him. It's got bamboo. Yeah, I don't know if you can see this back here, but oh, it's kind of a mess. This is also on wheels, but oh look, it moved easier.
Much easier.
You can see back here there's bamboo and a big lighting mess, but it makes a really terrific glow.
Another little Hollywood TV trick?
Yeah, and then you shove it back.
Oh.
And he has a beautiful world. And then I try to get different panels that pull out, like that wall pulls out so you can shoot this way. You can't pull out walls when I have to double face them, which means this is a good side and this is a good side. But when I do a double face wall, I try to make it large enough that you don't need to take the wall out. Sometimes you can't help it, but you know.
So here we are, back in the lobby again.
Now we're back in the lobby. We've made a full circle, and I hope you've enjoyed your tour of McNamara Troy.
Liz, thank you very much for spending time with us.
Thank you.